So today guys, I'm trying to find Benin City, or Benin City, I don't know how you pronounce it to be honest. It was named after an African city in Nigeria, but apparently it was a slave camp. I put some maps up and a few brief descriptions I've managed to find on this place, but it mentions old kitchen remains and stuff, so I'm heading in the general direction. The only stuff I found so far is this World War II barbed wire, remnants of an old boundary line, but terrain's not the best. As you can see, it's really rough and this Mexican fawn is absolutely everywhere. But yeah, I've got the detector with me, I've got my shovel, and I think we're going to head that way. I know it is towards the end of Long Beach on the map, but as anything, we don't know how accurate the maps are. I think I've gone the wrong way. I need to be up there. Yeah, I don't want to be going down the valley. Yeah, so I'm going to double back this way, head up the hill, and I'll catch you in a bit. So just got up the little hill. So these are the old World War II tanks. It's about 6 or 7 in total, I think. So I know it's past these tanks, so I'm on the right track. Quite clear day today, a bit overcast, but Green Mountain there in the background. Yeah, so I might do a bit of detecting as I'm walking towards the site, just to see if I can find any remnants of 1800s life. But yeah, hopefully we can find it today, guys. It's probably about an hour's walk from here, so we'll give it a go. Alright, so about 30 minutes of walking. I'll try and pound slowly. So the tanks are way back over that way, but I've just spotted something through the bushes. Zoom in. That could be the old kitchen. So I'm going to walk the short distance to get to it, have a little bit of a break, and then we get the detector out. That's right, so I've got here. Now, I'm no history expert, but when there's electrical cable coming up from the concrete pad, I don't think this is the old kitchen. I think this must have been an old generator from World War II. I'm guessing this was exhaust on it. Looks like it, or could have been a fuel tank actually. There's a gasket on the floor. That could be asbestos, so we'll stay away from that. Yeah, definitely of the latter period. I don't know what's over here. Let's have a quick look. But yeah, I think I'm definitely in the wrong place now, so it's just more bits and pieces that have been. Looks like there's a pipe run here. Something's been digging there. There's bits of glass and that. Yeah, I think it's definitely a generator house. So I think I'll go ahead more towards the coast and hug the cliffs along the coast. I assume it would make sense if they were that direction rather than being too far inland, because I'm assuming they would have worked in town, which is just down there. So yeah, I'll have a little bit of break and then we'll carry on. So I just stumbled across this World War II pipe. What brought me over this way is all the rocks over there stacked up. There's a few old bricks. There's some in here, I don't know if it's pottery or whether it's modern, but it's old as China, old China. But I just noticed this. Down here seems to become kind of old square stone building. Now, I've never actually seen this before, so this is quite a substantial build. It's very square. So I'm going to have a detect around here. I'll show you around this quickly first. I haven't been down here yet, so watch my step on this loose stuff. But yeah, this is right at the top of the hill, so it could have been an outpost placement, but yeah, this is really well built, this one. So I'm assuming entrance here, lookout posts. There's a bit of patch of land there. So yeah, I'm going to detect in there and detect around that area, and then like I said, I'm going to keep cuddling this coastline for a bit and see what else we find. So I've got one signal, so it looks quite deep, really jumpy, but there's nothing around it, so it's not a pipe, so it sounds quite big. Let's give it a dig, see what it is. So it's out the hole. It could be lead because it was pinging quite a bit. Alright, is it that? That can't be that. No, it's not that. Oh, here we go. It's this. That's why I was a bit jumpy. So just a ring. Don't know, big washer or something? Not too sure. It's the only signal I had in it though. I just noticed there is a bit of a concrete slab there. But yeah, I'm not too sure why you concrete that, not concrete the rest and just use rocks. But this could have just been a little World War II outpost, but there is a bit of barbed wire, comms wire there, so yeah. But it could have been 1800s originally, so I'm going to have another scout about. We're right on the coastline now, so it could have been World War II, but original purpose older, so yeah, let's carry on. Jeez, it's getting a bit hot now. So I've just moved slightly further up. So there's these rock pathways here. I can't tell the age unless I find something that tells me the age, but there's some more bricks over there. There's some old like wooden posts over there, so that might be worth checking out. I'll try and zoom in to see if you could see them, but so they are there. So I'm not too sure what they are. But I have found a little bit of a dump spot, which is confusing me a bit because there seems to be a mix in here of, actually it's not a mix, I think this is all old stuff. So that's definitely a Victorian rum bottle or earlier. That I thought was a Coke bottle at first, but it's not, that's some old glass. And then you get stuff like this, old handles, so it's definitely an old burn pit, so maybe it was around this area somewhere. Yeah, I'll have a little detect. I just need to find some kind of evidence to prove I'm in the right area. So I reckon I'll do the path, do around this burn pit, and then explore around this area a bit where the bricks are and up the fenced area is. Might hug the coast a bit as well, so we'll see. Right, so finally the red brick pile, which is just over there. I've just found this tiny little button, which I'll take back and clean so I can get date off that, but also clay pipes. Not just one, but there's a bigger bit of stem here, nearly the mouthpiece on that one, so that's pretty cool. So I am going to scan this area. We'll check out that little chimney thing after, but I did just see something else with metal on the floor just sitting on top, which is just a bit of copper pipe, but there's nothing on it. But yeah, a little dump pile. So clay pipes is good. So yeah, we'll go explore this little area, see what we can find, and I'll clean up that batten later and see what's written on it. Just trying to get out the wind. I just gave it a rinse, and it's 1879, 1 penny, and it should be, yeah, Queen Victoria. It's quite nice condition now. I'll give it a wash. Once I clean out the home, that looks stunning, which I'll show you later. But yeah, first find, guys. So I think we're in the right spot. So let's carry on. Hopefully get a few more coins. So I always get told to check my holes, and there's another signal in there. Yeah, so very faint. It's 13, 14. So I'll give that a dig. Could be another coin. Let's try it. So just got that signal out, 13, 14. I think it's part of an old bullet, right next to the coin. So yeah, I'd say it's definitely bullet, unless someone knows something different to me. But yeah, cool. Let's carry on. Another button. There's definitely stuff here. It's about 2 foot away from that one. So hopefully this whole area is going to be full of treasure. So I've got a nice 16 here. So what I'll do, guys, I'm going to try and do a bit of a live dig on this one, so we can see what it is together. So I'll get a pinpoint out because I don't think it's too deep, but it's here somewhere. Somewhere here. Just get a shovel quickly, just to take the top off. Right, that's that rock out of the way. Let's try it now. Where's the pinpointer? Ah, there we go. It's another bottom. So So loads of balance here so far, so it's good. I know they're not the most exciting thing in the world, but it does show signs of life and occupation here. So yeah, what I'll do, I'm not going to film every button, but the next interesting thing I find, I'll show you on camera. Very squished Martini Henry round. So we're in the right area, Victorian. I'll leave that behind, I've got loads of them. Yeah, so this could be a very interesting spot. It's about, what's the time now? 2:30 now, so I'm going to give it an hour here because I've got to walk all the way back over to pretty much that hill in the background there, which is going to take about an hour and 20. And then I'll probably come back here another day. I reckon I could probably drive most of the way in here from the road with a 4x4, so I reckon I'll do another hour here. Hopefully we find something really good. But yeah, look here, there's these bricks. I will try and find one of these bricks with, hopefully it's got a print on it, but yeah, you can see quite a nice brick. There's quite a few of these laying around here. There's a big pile over there, which we'll check out in a minute. I'm seeing quite a lot of pipe stems on the ground. And like I say, a lot of balance, but hopefully we can find some kind of tent stuff here as well. There's a chimney over there, we'll look at that in a minute. It could just be a bit of pipe. So, just got the Royal Marines, it's either artillery or infantry button. So, this sort of proves my theory that this could be the slave camp, and then sort of doesn't. I'm assuming they would have been guarded, but I don't know where they would have run to in the middle of the ocean, but we're in the right place, which is really promising. It's quite a big area as well, so that was about 3-4 inches deep. So yeah, I'm gonna mark this on my GPS later, because I think I have found definitely some kind of settlement up on top of the rocks. So this has been marked out, and I'm not too sure what that represents. It must mean something, but I have no idea. I'm assuming it's old. Yeah, if anyone knows what this symbol might mean, or yeah, it's got to be a symbol or an insignia for something. So yeah, so just dug this one up. I'm assuming it is a round of some kind, but that's big, quite fat. Yeah, I'll keep that, but there's no markings or anything on it. But yeah, that's a big solid bit of lead. Yeah, if anyone knows what type of round that is, that'd be really interesting. I've not seen one like this before. So this bit looks really interesting. Initially them wooden poles or whatever they are interest me to this, but look at this ring. Massive ring, it's huge, of stones around it. I can see some debris on the floor down in the middle of it. Yeah, it's huge, so this could have been a massive circle campsite. There is some darker patches, which could have been where the tents were. Outside of that line, it looks pretty mundane and boring, so yeah, let's get in there, see what we can find. So I've got a bit closer to this place now. I think it's more World War II. No idea what the big ring is for on the outside of the rocks, but that looks similar to sort of some kind of flagpole, something. And there's this decking. Not too sure what this is for either, but there's nothing really to tell me what it was. But there's a mountain, but it was like a deck. I ain't getting in the middle there because it's just bushes, but there's bits of pipe and stuff, but obviously more asbestos sheeting. But very strange, this one. I have no idea. Unless it was some kind of antenna with the wooden inner and the stone outer just as a boundary. So, but yeah, so the hunt for the camp still continues. I think we found obviously part of an old mess hall possibly, but there's supposed to be some tent sites around here which I haven't seen yet. So if I can't find them today, we'll have to come out another day because it's getting a bit late. So I think what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to scan my way back to the car, and then I might come next weekend but actually drive in this way because I can see some car marks around this area, so there'll be a way in. So yeah, if I don't find anything, this will be the end of the video. But what I will do is I'll clean up that coin and show you what it looked like, and if I find anything on my way back, you'll see in a minute.